Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello farmers, and welcome back to Mercury Farms. And yes, I arrived back to our farm on a rainy day. I think it was raining when we left. Kind of odd how that happens. So yeah, we have a field that's ready for harvest, but yeah, you don't harvest in the rain. Actually, I don't think I even can do it in Farming Simulator. See, I'm getting Farming Simulator and Farmer's Dynasty mixed up. In Farmer's Dynasty, you can harvest in the rain, but you don't get crap for crop. Crap for crop? Yeah. So, yeah, I think if I were to get in the harvest, if I remember correctly, if I were to try to harvest it, it's going to say, hey, stupid, you can't do that. One thing we can do, because we have a field that's ready to be seeded, please be seeded. Yeah, I got soybeans ready to go, but I don't think I want soybeans there. But, yeah, we're harvesting those soybeans, we might as well plant some. As for the prices on some crops, nothing. Nothing exciting to sell. So yeah, we still got that 200,000 liters of what was it? Canola? Yeah, canola. So I got to remember now because I'm back here in Mercury Farms. Let's turn on our seed drill. Probably shouldn't seed in the rain, just because it would clog up the seed drill. Pretty terrible, I would expect. So a refresher, because I took a refresher when I restarted this map. This field. This will be the second stage of fertilization on this field, actually. So, yeah, I'm not going to have to do too much with it after we go ahead and seed it, other than probably weed it in a day or so. Something like that. So, yeah, once we plant this, it should be double fertilized and ready to go. So, with the rain, and you can see the forecast, there is no telltale sign of things changing anytime soon. So I think after we seed this field, we're going to do some animal care, and I do believe I do need the T8 to go on up to the biogas plant, because we were selling some silage out of one of the bunkers. So I'll have to take care of that as well. So that way we can make some more cash or when midnight comes, because we're shooting for that $400,000 so we can buy the Masher forage harvester and header. And we can start doing some chaff, corn chaff, maize chaff, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, we need to clean out the animals. I think give the animals some water would be good as well. Just because there's not much else I can do. All my fields are weeded, double fertilized, or ready for harvesting. So this field is the only field I got ready I can actually do anything in, which is seed. So that's why we're doing it. And like I said, then we'll go ahead and take care of the animals, and probably that's about it. So that just means that the next in-game day, everything might be ready. Well, except for this field. As you can see, like I said, the soybeans are ready. And our other fields that RC, the one by the livestock market, is pretty close to being ready. And as the one by the house is also being ready. So I hope I left everything in good hands on the Pacific Northwest. Frank's in charge. Hopefully by the time we get back, Rachel can have her potatoes for her restaurant. Meanwhile, in Mercury Farms, everything was the way I kind of left it. Nothing much going on here that I know of. The town folk here are pretty much keep to themselves, so nothing to report. Who knows, maybe someday I'll start getting requests from here to do things around this town. Because the farm here is starting to get, a decent size, so, you know, I would assume the residents around here will take notice that if they require something, they could reach out to me, I suppose. So yeah, we need another, well, not $270,000, which we probably have just sitting in the silo with the canola, and of course we got milk, eggs, some wool, not a lot of wool. And of course the silage, we got it. We just, I'm not going to sell it while the prices are what they are. I know the canola can get up to 900 and something, and right now it's like 600. The eggs are currently climbing, so we could be selling some eggs today. We've seen it just shy of 2,000, and right now it's like at 16 and climbing. The milk is far off from what I've seen it. It's like half. I mean, we've seen it around 1,600, and right now I think the best price is 900, even though it's climbing, but it's going to take a while to get there. Like I said, after I, who knows, maybe after I seed this field and we take care of the animals and sell some silage, maybe the prices will have gotten better this afternoon, so I'll have to wait and see. Yeah, in real life, I probably definitely would not be seeding on a day like today, because this seed roll, with how heavy it's kind of raining, it's just going to it'll just clog up the seed roll, I would imagine. But I want to do some work farm work in the rain, because, you know, most of the time you do farm work, you do it when it's sunny out or cloudy out. And I think it's just interesting just to add a different element to the videos. Makes it just a little bit different. Yeah, so like I've been saying, our next goal on this map is just to get a forage harvester. And every once in a while we can do some chaff, compact it, sell some silage, get some good cash, and start using the digestate that the BGA will produce for us. And that way we can start saving us some fertilizer. But, you know, I'm going to buy a sprayer, not the sprayer that we have in the Pacific Northwest, something smaller. Our fields are not that big here that I can't use something smaller. More tankers would be good as well, because we just have that one red tanker and we're using it for everything. So I think that red tanker would be more of a digestate kind of a tanker. And of course we do have that modded tankers that I was using am using on the Pacific Northwest. I'm trying to back up and I'm doing a terrible job of getting the seed roll where I want it. Yeah, so I got those tankers that we're using on the Pacific Northwest, where one's for water and one's for milk. As we hear thunder in the background. So our animals are not in dire need of attention, but like I said, you know, look at the weather. What else are you going to do on a day like today? I keep waiting for that forecast to at least show me some signs of life, of some sunshine for later on today, but yeah, I don't think so. I think it's going to be one of those all day kind of rains. So luckily we're almost done with this field. Our seed drill hasn't clogged up yet, so we're good to go. Kind of, maybe. Yeah, sure. Why not? One more pass and we can wrap this up, and we're going to just take this T8 right up to the BGA. I do believe it's a loading wagon that's up there that's got some silage still in it, so we'll just have to dump that in there. And then I gotta find my Volvo truck, because I don't remember where I parked that. I'm gonna say it's, well, it's not here. I know that. Well, I say I know that. I don't think it is here. I don't see it. So I'm gonna say, no, it's not here. So I'm just gonna assume it's at the animal farm or at the sheep. I know it's not the BGA, because I checked the BGA before I started recording this to remind myself what was going on up there. I knew I was selling silage, but I didn't know what was up there. So I was trying to figure out what to do with this rain, what to do. I mean, other than me just singing in the rain, I didn't know what else to do. Then I started looking at the animals. I'm like, yep, the animals could really use some tender loving care. But probably the Volvo truck is up at the animal farm, probably with a tanker. But we're going to head there just shortly. Doesn't look like no one's out on the road today either. It's such a miserable day. Everyone says we're staying home. And I got to still get that egg pallet out of the vehicle shop. It's still buried in the ground. I haven't checked it, but I'm almost certain that it is buried in there. I wish the egg paddles were kind of like when you have two of one thing on the map, and you go in the garage and you go to sell it, and it'll ask you which one do you want to sell. Then I would just sell it, but for some reason the egg pallets show up as individuals, so I really don't know which one it is. I think I kind of went over that last time when we were here trying to figure all this out. Now let's go ahead and sell the rest of this silage out of this bunker here. And I got a whole nother bunker. I do believe that there has fermented. Just trying to back up as far as I can here because I know that that belt's going to have to go back farther than that to get the rest of it. So let's try to get as close to center as I can. Start the engine, turn on the belt. Can I extend that more? No, that's extended as far as she'll go. Just grab as much as you can there, Mr. Belt, and then I'll back up and I'll have to back up our tractor. And I'm stuck. I'm stuck on the silage. Yeah, I love it when the belt gets stuck and then the silage comes and goes and the belt just starts flipping out by itself. Yep, no, it's not even on the ground because it doesn't recognize. Can I somehow magically get that unloading into the trailer? I did. There we go. Bunker silo is now empty. After some trials and tribulations there, but we got it empty. Bring the belt all the way in. Turn this around in here because it goes much faster forward than it does in reverse. So this would be the next bunker, obviously, because, well, we're empty in that one. And if I come up here and hit R, yep, there we go. She's all set to go. How much do we have in here? We say 315,000, so not a great deal, but, you know, I'm not really using it. And I don't think the cows really need it. Well, I mean, they need it, but I got plenty of it, is what I need to say. I think we got like 120,000 actually in storage. Yep, and that's terrible backing up, Peanut. Oh, wow, that's terrible. I was actually just trying to record a little bit of ATS. Of course, patch 1.35 is out, and of course, Washington DLC is out. Really, that's not going in. So, yeah, I was trying to, the game kept crashing. I was trying to figure out mods, which one was crashing what, and you get used to steering a truck, and then you come play Farming Simulator, and then your steering pattern's all off. It's not off, it's the same it was before in Farming Simulator, but yeah, the rotation, degrees of rotation, that's what I was looking for. Degrees of rotation on the steering wheel are all different. Not that you can usually back up well anyways. Alright, turn the HUD off. So, yep, you'll be here selling for a while. That's the plan anyways. There's a Silo King. There is our truck. And our truck is empty. No water. Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Is I'm going to fill this guy up all the way anyways. I mean, if it actually comes to where I really need to use a trailer, then we can just go buy the milk trailer. Or I could just go ahead and sell the water at the greenhouses down by the garden center. Now before, for some reason, with this tanker, I had to back way in. Of course, we're going back some episodes ago in order to get the tanker to fill, so I made it really deep here. And now I don't really need to back in that far. It seems to be filling up just fine right there. Alright, so now we got to clean out the animals. I kind of wished I found that sheep mod before I placed the one down here. I do like the fact that in that mod you clean out the manure like we do in the Pacific Northwest rather than cleaning out the food, but it's all fine. Oh, that's right, we're waiting for, I almost forgot the animal extension mod for the chickens for the water. That's right, the chickens here will have water. Let's see, he started work at 6 a.m. apparently. And 10 hours, so somewhere by 4 o'clock in the afternoon, which would be at 1600 hours, we should, I guess all the material will be gone for him to put water in. I think we actually gave the chickens water last time we were here, now that I remember. It's coming back to me. I kind of forgot about the animal extension. Now that animal extension mod only works with the in-game animal placeables. Any modded ones, it will not work, from what I've been told. So like if I wanted to sell milk directly, I can't do that because this is a modded cow pasture. Not that I would sell the milk directly and take a hit on it. Place that down there. Our beautiful little flatbed over there. Alright, so this is going to go right into our Silo King. And we are going to go make some mixture later on. I'm going to need the weight in the back of this for doing the manure for the greenhouses. So let's go ahead and get our weight back on here because I don't want to be... I think we might be tipping forward anyways if I go too fast. Is the weight here? Yes, it is. I actually got a couple implements here that I probably won't really need to be using anymore. Like the Joskin water trailer and that little, I forgot the name brand of that because I don't really use it that often. Strotman? Is this a Strotman? It's hard to tell because I don't have the sides on it. Great, that's going to bug me now. Is that a Strotman trailer? Yes, this guy right here, Strotman trailer. I'm actually right for a change. I'm not good with model numbers in Farm Sim. I mean, I can tell you the brand, but you know, to tell you exactly the model number, yeah, that's not my thing. Yeah, so even with the weight on the back, you can see it's a little front heavy. Let's go take care of that by getting rid of some of this manure. Make sure our greenhouses are good to go. That's where we're getting a lot of our cash from, and the rabbit pens as well. That's where about... Yep. That's where I was talking about earlier. hit the brakes too hard or put the bucket too low. She wants to tip over the front. This action cannot be done here. Oh, I just did some action there. Must be she's full. And the good news is, looks like I can top it off, or two of them off with one bucket. Well, almost. Almost. And then after we put the manure in here, we'll head on down to the sheep, make sure they're cleaned out. And then we'll do some water runs, and then we'll do some total mix rations. And then, yeah, I may just go sit in the house the rest of the day, you know. As one of the cows stick their head through. Am I really almost out of manure? That can't be right. I thought we had tons of manure in here. Cow manure. 155,000 liters. I'm only picking up 9,000 liters at a time. Where's all the manure? Am I supposed to be cleaning them out somewhere else that I don't know about? Where's all that manure? I have no idea. Maybe it'll just keep reappearing when maybe I'll render in after I empty a lot of it out. That is a good question where all that manure is. I mean, it's showing a lot of manure there on the animal dialogue, but yet I don't actually see it. If I go in the corner, is it respawning in? It could be. Yeah, because that wasn't there like that before. I think that's going to be more than enough to top off those two greenhouses. Yeah, so there's nothing in there right now, so my guess is it's respawning in. Instead of just having a huge pile overloading it. I don't think these greenhouses are going to take much more from what I can gather. Actually, that took quite a bit. Alright, so that's all the manure dealt with. You know, we're selling our tomatoes, pumpkins, lettuce, and cabbage. No, melons. That's right, the other one's melons. I was like, what are the four vegetables we have here? And of course, our rabbit pens, I don't know where the money comes from. Maybe we're selling the bunnies. You know, they are rabbits, so I don't know. Yeah, so I did forget about the animal extension mod for the chickens. That's why we need the water for the chickens. Alright, so I don't see any more manure piling up in there except for the stuff that we just put in there. Alright, let's head on down to the sheet, clean out the sheet. And then we'll take our Volvo truck, top off the water in the greenhouses, the cows. I'm pretty sure the chickens may have enough water. I don't know. I mean, if I remember correctly, like I said, but I think we gave them some water before we left. And then we'll grab, I'm thinking I'm actually going to go grab the Case Puma tractor back at the main farm and come up here, put some, I got narrow tires on it right now, but I'll have to put some wheel weights on there. Just that because the Deuce Fire, when I got 60,000 liters of Total Mix rations in the back, coming from the silo up and over that hill, this kind of bogs down quite a bit. It can do it. I mean, I think I slowed down like 3 or 4 miles an hour. But I think we'll just grab the Case Puma with the extra horsepower and beef to it just to get it done. And that way I can leave the weight on the back of this for now. I'm still toying with the fact of, I think at one point I said, I'm not going to have pigs on this map. And now I'm like, yeah, you know what? Since we're getting a lot of fields and whatnot, it probably wouldn't be too bad. And at some point we probably will have a beet harvester. Or root crop harvester. Alright, just because I am curious here. Oh wow, we got like we got like probably 40,000 liters of wool right here. That's more than I thought we had. And I did not check the pricing. Wait, did I see? No, I was like, did I see a red mark over here like I had a loan? No. I'm seeing things. Wool, $6.53 and dropping. So yeah, the price was pretty decent. So the milk price, 1,000, that's the best price, and going up that is, yeah, we've seen up in the 1600s. The egg price, $17.48. It's getting there. It's getting close. The one I just keep waiting for, and it's like teasing me. I mean, this canola pricing here. Yeah, kind of sucks, man. All right, let's bring the Deuce Fire back. Of course, every time I say Deuce Fire now, I think of Deuce MS, who is a friend of this channel. If you haven't checked him out already, he is in one of my featured channels on my homepage. If you like the content you're seeing on here, I just recommend checking him out. He does pretty much the same kind of games that we do. He basically streams quite a bit on YouTube and Twitch. I highly recommend checking out his content. It's pretty darn good stuff. Like I said, Farming Simulator, Farmer's Dynasty, ATS, Subsistence, which is a game I never really... I haven't heard of it until I saw him live streaming it one day. House Flipper, all that kind of stuff. Actually, let's park the Deuce Fire in the shed. Let's get it out of the rain. I'm surprised the bucket doesn't collect rain. You know? That'd be kind of weird and interesting. I just want to see, did I give the chickens water? Yeah, but I didn't give enough water. So they got tons of wheat and barley. They're cleaned. But they could use some water. And some more water for them as well. The sheep, we just cleaned out. They could use some water. Grass and hay, which we do have. We can do that. And of course the cows, water, straw, total mix rations, kind of all around kind of a thing. Let's go ahead and grab our truck. In real life, I would never jump over a barbed wire fence because I was always afraid coming up short and landing on top of it. Enough said. Yeah, so in the future, this red tanker will just be for slurry / digestate. And, yeah, that way when we give water to our animals, we know it's a better... where's the trigger for that, please? Anywhere? Bueller? No more capacity for water. Alright, so I got those two. Turn her around. And these should be good. I think I said for like 3 days? Was it 3 days? 4 days? I keep thinking, oh, they gotta take more water than that. But they don't. So what I'll probably do is I'm gonna wait actually on the chickens, but the trigger for this cow shed is pretty far out there. I was like, are you guys gonna take all the water? No. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and finish off the sheet we'll do some total mix rations, and when we get done doing that, like I said, I may just go back to the house, wait until like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, like I said, when the pipes for the chickens should be done. And maybe we'll see. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get charged for the water if I just do it by the tap. But I don't know for sure. In 17, you sure as heck did, so I'm pretty sure in 19 we will as well. And once it starts, I don't think I can stop it. But I got the kind of cash that we can kind of do that. To find out. I was gonna say, they don't take much water, do they? No, not much. Alright, so I want to bring this guy back, and I want to make probably a run or two with a case Puma, but I'll bring you back on the last load of some Total Mix rations, and we'll see how the weather's doing by then. And probably we'll check some prices later on in the afternoon. So I'll bring it back in just a moment. Well, this should be more than enough to top off the moo cows. And I did not realize that we had that many cows. 76 cows, I do believe we have. I did not know I had that many. 19 of each. That'd be the brown, white, the black, and the black and white cows. Yes, we have 19 apiece. And approaching 20, obviously, because that comes after 19. But it's fast approaching. And they don't really require that much Total Mix rations, really. I think we're going to be somewhere around 250,000 liters of Total Mix rations. And no, I don't plan on using the mixer like we are in the Pacific Northwest, just because at the moment, I mean, we only got like what, 4 fields here to maintain. I think I can keep up with feeding the cows every now and then here, especially on a rainy day. I don't expect the cows to take all of this either. I like that this thing holds 60,000 liters. I just wish the discharge was a little bit higher. I guess I could go in and mess with the XML file. It's not bad, because usually most what I usually do is unload it and go off and do something else and then come back and it's done. But right now we're sitting here watching it, and actually, I mean, that's 40,000 liters already. They're not going to take all this, I didn't think. You guys are going to leave like 1,000 liters in there, aren't you? Alright. 5,500. But they are topped off, and we're going to get another cow in another day. Yeah, so that's looking real good. So milk, yeah, we got a full tanker of milk we could do, slurry. Yeah, that manure, though. Yeah, I don't know, unless it just keeps, yeah, it looks like it's spawning in as I take it, which is fine. There is the water trough for the chickens, and I got to remove that pallet fork at some point. Now, usually I like to leave this outside, because when I clean up the cows, of course, they just dump silage and not Total Mix rations out, and I put it in here. But since it's raining today, we're going to go ahead and put it away. And I'm going to leave the case Puma right here. And so right now, all we got left to do is sell a little bit more silage. So the one thing that next time we do straw and hay. So as you can see, silage, we're at 87,000 liters, but we do have a lot here. This is hay, so I only have 53,000 liters, which isn't that much. And the sheep do require some hay. And straw, we're still at 151,000 liters, so that's okay. Straw's not going to be too hard to come by. We just got to boom, plant the field. Hay's not that hard to come by either, because now we have the grass. I mean, the grass fields around the animals we really haven't touched. So I will just check the prices one more time. So the milk price, not so good, even though it is going up. And of course the egg price, yeah, it stopped at $17.59. It's not bad, but since we got the egg pallets, we're just going to have to hold out and wait. Canola prices, I wish that was going up. not too well. But I'm going to skip ahead to about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and we'll see how the chicken water troughs look. Well, yes, the afternoon has arrived, and as you can see the forecast, the rain will be coming to an end at some point. So, yes, you can always, as we saw last episode, you can always still bring your tanker up here and fill the water trough with a tanker. But in 17, the fill trigger for the trough was right next to it. Now, at least on the chickens, it's over here. And when you come over here, as you can see in the HUD in the upper left-hand corner, ours start filling. So it says right now we're at 61% full. So I'm pretty sure if I turn this on... Wait a minute, I don't get charged for the water? You can turn it off whenever you like as well. I'm just watching my money, and my money's not going down at all. Alright. Unless they're going to charge me at midnight, maybe? Kind of like the BGA kind of pays you. If anyone else has used this, which I'm pretty sure some of you have by now, do you know if they charge you at midnight? I might as well sit here and fill it. Why bother with the truck? What happens when it turns off by itself? Alright. So this one's right here. Yeah, they require a lot more water. So I'm just going to turn that on. I don't have to do a darn thing, I guess. It'll turn off by itself. Yeah, so, yeah, the egg prices, even though they're good, like I said, I got plenty more storage for eggs there for like another day and a half. Same thing for over here. As you can see, though, we got 3 full pallets there. And we got a whole bunch of pallets over here. I still don't understand why, I don't know how many liters an egg box is. So maybe that's why it's 9,600 liters per pallet. And like the wool is 10,000 liters per pallet. Wish these were 10,000. But you can see we got like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90... Oh, wow. 100, 110, 120. We got like 120, 130,000 liters of eggs. And if it gets up to $2,000-ish per pallet, yeah, we got more than enough cash to buy a forage harvester. And we got 200,000 liters of canola. So when the pricing is right, just by selling the eggs and the canola, we should be able to buy a forage harvester, the header, and we'll have some extra cash to maybe buy, like I said, the tankers for like selling milk. Yeah, like I said, we got 60,000 liters of milk right now, so everything on this farm is looking really good. And then, of course, once we get the forage harvester, we'll be making corn over in this field up. Whoops, in this field here. It needs some work, but we bought it that way. It's just grass. Straw we're okay with because if we look at our map here, field ready for harvest, that's oat. Field ready for harvest here, that's barley. This is soybeans, right? Yeah, we got canola growing here. But one thing I just did notice, I got weeds here. And of course we just planted soybean here as well. So yeah, we got cash sitting around everywhere. Yeah, we don't have a loan, so that's all good. So now we're just waiting for the rain to end, waiting for prices to turn our way. So probably tomorrow, and I do mean tomorrow in game, because being the time it is now, the rain's got to stop. You got to let your crops dry, and by then it's gonna be close to evening. So why bother trying to harvest today and do any more farm work? I think I'm just going to call it quits. I had a long flight back from the Pacific Northwest, and I really could use a nap. Yep, so we're full of water. Like I said, right now I didn't get charged for it, but maybe I will at midnight. Maybe some of you guys already know that. Let me know in the comments below, because I don't think I'm not going to get a midnight today for sure. But that is going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you next time in Mercury Farms. But until then, have a good one.